Hello everyone, I've got a co-op mission replay for you today while playing with the0vermind. He's got a YouTube channel and I would go suggest check it out. It's the and then a 0 instead of an O for overmind. Go check out that channel. He's awesome. Really good at StarCraft as well. Good at multiplayer. So we're playing together today as Raynor and Swan. I am only level 47 mastery level and he's got me beat by 10 levels. But so we've got this really good combo right now. Someone in our player had suggested in my Raynor 3.0 video in the comments that I try a new strategy for Raynor, and I'm definitely going to use it this time around. He suggested using more orbital commands, and then once you have all those orbital commands, spawn a ton of mules. So he suggested creating, I think around 4 orbitals is what he said to me. I could be wrong on the number of orbital commands he told me to make, but that's the number I'm going to be using in this video, or this playthrough. And oh man, is it fantastic. Once I get the 4 orbital commands down, and you drop down those mules, your income for those minerals just shoots through the roof. And you can have so many barracks pumping out units at the same time, pumping out marines. And then to add to this, if you play with Swan, which he also told me, and I already knew this, Swan has those drones, but this is a great combo. Together, Raynor and Swan, you'll have the minerals from the mules, and then with Swan's drones that he drops down on the refineries, you have that extra gas income. Once you have the extra minerals and gas, you can create so many units at the same time, and it just gets out of control. I am going to be supply capped pretty much this entire mission at 200. I'll have the maximum amount of troops just because as soon as my units die, they can just get replaced. I can rebuild them pretty much instantly. It's a little bit of a slow start, and that's okay because I've got a Hyperion and I've got my Banshees to drop down. And the Overmind, he also has his Goliath come out, and he's got the drill. So we don't have to worry too much about the oncoming waves, and this strategy will work great. And honestly, I'm thinking this strategy is going to be the way I'm playing for Raynor from now on. And due to this strategy, I'm actually kind of thinking Raynor is one of the best commanders. I mean, I already thought Raynor was really good, but due to this strategy, I think he is the best commander now. It is literally that good of a strategy, and it's just going to be great, and I'm so excited to show you guys this. And I'm also glad that I'm playing with a subscriber. I finally got a subscriber video up, so if you guys want to play a match with me, or multiple matches, you just gotta, in a message or in the comments, give me your battle tag, or your friend ID. Either of those would work, or even your email. Whatever you can do, you know how to add someone if you need to. And I would definitely suggest you guys throw down your battle tags and whatnot, so I can add you guys and play with you guys. Eventually, the goal is so I can play like an 8-player match with a bunch of you guys all at the same time. Not necessarily 4 versus 4, but maybe like a big free-for-all. 1 versus 1 versus, however many ones there are in that. 8 ones versus each other, or maybe a 2 versus 2 versus 2 versus 2. I think that would be great. Or we could even make it really crazy and have like 9 or 10 people. I think that would be awesome. I just need to add more of you guys, or I need more of you guys to add me. So make sure to post your battle tags in the comments section. Now, back to the mission. As you guys can see, I've already got 4 command centers built, and 1 is turned into an orbital command already. I've got an SCV here. Yep, I'm constructing the 2nd orbital command, and then as soon as these other 2 command centers are finished, I'm going to have 2 more, so 4 total, and I'm already dropping down those mules. And the reason why I didn't realize this before is because I didn't actually realize that mules don't really... I mean, I knew mules sped up the process, but I didn't really think about it that hard. Because I thought about when you create too many SCVs, the SCVs get in the way of each other, and it can actually slow down your mining. Or at least that's the way it used to be in Heart of the Swarm, and I've just assumed that it was the same way the whole time. But it's not the case for the mules, at least. I don't know if it's changed for SCVs now, but mules, if you drop them down, they'll work right around your SCVs and won't get in the way. and your mineral income just shoots up so fast, so fast. And I didn't know this before. I thought you had infinite resources on co-op missions. I was wrong. I actually dropped so many mules down at my expansion that I actually start the mineral patches actually start to disappear as if you were playing a multiplayer match. And I just thought that was crazy because I haven't ever seen that happen before. So you don't have infinite resources while playing on co-op missions, and I suppose because of mules, that's probably the reason why they limited the amount. It's just extremely high, and if you're going through a co-op mission, generally you're never going to run out of resources because they put so many there. But yeah, if you do this strategy, it's definitely possible you can run out of resources if the mission takes long enough. So just keep that in mind. I'm definitely not making good enough use of my resources right now, and you can definitely see that. I had 1,300 minerals and 700 gas. But don't worry, I'm gonna start making better use of all these resources. I'm building a ton of barracks. I'm probably gonna have about 13 barracks by the end of once I'm done building all this. And I'm not going to actually, well, I might actually. You don't actually have to fill up your expansion with SCVs because of the mules. So you can use the expansion SCVs that supply for other units instead, because you have so many mules. And if you pay attention and don't let your energy build up too high, like I did, it's hard for me to micro all of this stuff at the same time. But or macro, that is. If you really pay attention and use your energy as soon as you have enough for mules, you don't have to put any SCVs down on those mineral patches. So that's another 15 supply that you can just add to Marines, Firebats, and Medics. Or whatever battle cruisers if you want to do that strategy. But I would definitely suggest putting SCVs on your refineries because you're going to want that gas. Even if you have the drones from Swan, you still want to make sure to get that gas. It seems right now I'm missing the drones on all of my refineries. I'm pretty sure I'll get them soon enough, but yeah, you don't have to, but if you feel more comfortable, like if your micro's not that great, put some SCVs on your expansion. But I'm just letting you guys know that with this kind of crazy income, you don't have to. You'll be just fine, and if you put SCVs there, you'll most likely end up having too many minerals to even spend. And then once you get supply capped, you're just going to have over the top amount of minerals. I think at one point I'm probably going to end up with 4,000 minerals, and I'm not even going to be able to spend all of that because I don't have any room. I'll be full of 200 supply troops. And then you definitely want to make sure to get still get your upgrades, even though you probably don't need them that badly, because you can just replenish your army almost instantly. But yeah, definitely get those upgrades because you'll be able to melt through the entire army. And don't forget to get Stim Pack and the medics to be able to heal 2 units at the same time. That's definitely a good upgrade to get. Or no, it's not 2 units at the same time. It's heal faster. I believe, yeah, medics can heal faster with that upgrade. And then Firebats, don't forget to get your +2 armor upgrades because they'll be your tanks in the army. And then also get the, let's see, I think it's, you get either plus range or you get plus area on what, like area damage in which it attacks. So that those flames attack a larger amount of units at the same time. I can't remember which it is, but one of the two, or maybe it's even plus 40 health. I honestly don't remember right now, but make sure to get all those upgrades. They're very important to make your army stronger. And then don't forget to get your armory, because once you get that armory, you can get your 2-2 upgrades and your 3-3 upgrades from the engineering bay for those attack and armor upgrades for your bio units. You have to get that armory, and in order to get that armory, you have to make a war factory, even if you're not going to make anything out of that war factory. So definitely don't forget about those things. And I wanted to point out something. I'm just using the basic Marines, Firebats, Medics composition, but if your teammate is really putting those drones on those refineries, and you're playing with Swan, that is, if you have enough gas income, I would definitely suggest, and this is the player who actually suggested this strategy to me, actually suggested using Marines, and then a ton of Marines, and then a bunch of the units from the War Factory. Whatever they're called again. Vultures, there we go. A ton of Vultures and Marines. Because Well, actually, you don't even need gas to create vultures. What am I thinking? Yeah, so you don't even need gas for that, so you wouldn't really need to play with Swan. But if you do have Swan, you can make a ton of battle cruisers. That will definitely be something that's high cost in gas. You can also make siege tanks, but you know, I don't really find siege tanks to be that effective in co-op missions. I mean, they'll be good for defense, but if you're doing an attacking mission like this, I mean, you can kind of depend on this mission, but siege tanks aren't going to attack those shuttles or any of the air forces. So, in this case, another really good approach would be to use those battle cruisers. And I find when I'm playing as Raynor, it's pretty difficult to have enough gas and even minerals to actually build those battle cruisers. But with this new strategy, you'll be able to have enough of both of those resources, and you can probably get 200 cap with battle cruisers and be able to replenish those battle cruisers right away too. I'm pretty sure it will work. And just to like prove how well I'm doing on this mission, I'm even going to start attacking the enemy's base. And yes, I've definitely done this before. I don't know if I've shown it in my videos. The Overmind said I'm pretty much soloing this, but he's definitely helping me. He's just being nice right now. Back to what I was saying. Shoot, what was I saying? I was talking about battle cruisers and talking about attacking the enemy base. Oh yeah, attacking the enemy's base. So I've definitely attacked the enemy's base on this mission before, but I don't think I've really done it that often using this strategy while playing as Raynor. Just because, yes, your bio units can be replenished pretty quickly normally, but normally if I go out here and do this, and then the wave of shuttles come, my bio army will just get eaten up and I can't replenish those units quick enough to make it worth it. But in this case, because of the extreme amount of resources I have and gas, I can just walk in here and I'm going to clean up the entire base. I think I've done this with maybe Kerrigan before, just because Kerrigan's very strong, you know, and you can just spam a ton of Zerglings. And I'm pretty sure I've done this with Zagara before, because her Banelings are ridiculous. You can spawn so many Banelings, and they do so much splash damage, especially after you have the upgrades. And when they die, they spawn 2 extra smaller Banelings. Zagara is extremely good at cleaning up this base. But aside from that, you know, I haven't really done this that often, and Raynor is making this, with this strategy, is making this extremely easy. And as you can see, I'm on the lowest graphics, but yet I'm still lagging. It's just too many things are happening at the same time, and darn PC can't handle it, unfortunately. As soon as those waves clear up, though, the lag will start to disappear. Now, speaking of how many units I have for each type of unit, that is, I actually, you know, I would definitely suggest have the most Marines, but you want to make sure to have, I'd say probably like a quarter amount of the units that you have be fire bats, because the fire bats are going to do all the tanking, like I said before, and then a quarter of them be medics. So yeah, 1/4 fire bats, 1/4 medics, and then 50% of your army be Marines. And then I think with that army composition, you should pretty much be able to take out pretty much anything that comes at you, even if there's a ton of splash damage. Now, if there was like Protoss and there was High Templar with the Psionic Storms, that would probably be a little bit nasty against this army composition. So maybe have, if you're still going to use bio, maybe have more fire bats in that case. But just because you have, and also you want that many Marines, just because you're playing a anti-air map, and you know you got to destroy those shuttles. Shuttles are the main objective, so you have to have an anti-air troop, which is the Marines.
A wave of shuttles has been shot down.
As you can see, I'm getting a little cocky right here. I'm deciding to actually build a command center at the enemy's base and try to steal their resources. Just for effect, because I thought it would be funny. But I wasn't paying attention, and the enemy units actually spawned right at my command center expansion. What a bummer, huh? I tried to get my units back in time, and I think I'm going to stim pack them, but yeah, yep, there's the stim. But my command center gets destroyed, unfortunately, so what a bummer that was. Those punks, yep. Too bad I couldn't stop them. Oh well. Now I'm going to go ahead and try to stop these, the rest of the enemy Zerg base. Hopefully I can finish them off here. And don't forget to use all of the drones on your Hyperion. you have 4 of them, and they last a long time after your Hyperion just gets destroyed, or not gets destroyed, but warps away. So make sure to use those drones. I mean, why not throw them down? They can be helpful. Anything that shoots off missiles. So right now I'm going to be splitting up my army. Since my army has, I think I'm at 3 upgrades right now. Since my army has such strong upgrades and all of the tech lab upgrades, I can pretty much just do this without any problems. And my teammate, the Overmind, he used his super ability from the laser drill. I can't remember which one it was. I think there's the nuke, and then there's also that really strong laser beam. He used one of those. I think it was the laser beam, but anyways, he cleared up the enemy shuttles for me, so I didn't have to worry too much about that. And my splits were doing pretty good until I ran into a bunch of these ultras. Fortunately for me, though, I have 13,000 minerals and 4,000 gas, so I can just throw down a couple marines and fire bats and medics and just rally point them on my army, and I should be fine. Yep, I'll do that in a second here. Yep, there we go. Now they're spawning in. And as you can see, I went back to my expansion and I dropped down a ton of mules. I forgot to actually use up that energy. So if I was paying more attention, I probably could have used my energy more efficiently, and I think the energy in all 4 of my orbital commands was maxed out a second ago. And that's something, yeah, look at all the energy I have on a couple of my orbital commands. You got to really pay attention to that if you want to make the best use out of it. Not that it really matters, because now I'm sitting at 15,000 minerals. Like, really, is that really that important? But if you guys are losing units quick enough, I mean, really pay attention, and you want to get the most minerals, really pay attention and try to drop those mules as much as you can. Make sure to click back to the expansion, click back to the expansion, click to your units, click back to the expansion, click to your units. You got to do that really quick. The more you practice, the easier it'll get to do that. But if you were in a multiplayer match, that's when it would really be helpful. And this is just, it really helped, doing this would really help with your micro in that case. But who am I to say anything, because I'm only in the Gold League and multiplayer. I was in Platinum League last season, but I just got placed in Gold League. I've only played one match so far. I've been spending all my time playing co-op missions in the campaign.
We must stop the shuttles.
Now we are on the final wave. We've gotten all the bonus, well, we're just about to get all the bonus objectives. And I can definitely say thanks to the Overmind for that one. He was taking care of the bonus objectives for us. And he's been doing a really good job at defending against the enemy waves. So he's definitely been a good partner. He's very good at these co-op missions, and he's got a lot of skill. And like I said before, he's really good at multiplayer. I'm pretty sure he's in Masters League, or it could be Diamond. It's either Diamond or Masters League. So he's very good at StarCraft. And once again, I would definitely suggest you guys go check out his channel. So as you guys can see, we've got one shuttle left, and my Hyperion destroyed the other one with its Yamato cannon. And there we go. That's a good GG game. Got some Ravagers and Ultralisk and a hybrid attacking my units, but it doesn't really matter because we won by a landslide. We destroyed that mission. That was really fun, and I had a blast playing it. And I think so did the Overmind. I don't go to the endgame stats, unfortunately. Yeah, I show the experience, but I just quit out. And I shouldn't have, because I wanted to show you guys in the endgame stats on... I actually played the strategy one more time besides this, and or before this. And in that game, I had gotten like 40... I think it was like 44,000 minerals, and my teammate had only gathered 22,000 minerals. That's ridiculous. I don't think I've ever gathered that many resources in a co-op mission before. So yeah, definitely use this strategy, guys. I absolutely suggest using this strategy. It is awesome, and it'll up your gameplay and your skill level a ton. So make sure to make at least 4 orbital commands. You can make more if you feel like it. And maybe even make more barracks or make starports to make those Hyperion armies. But this was a ton of fun. I really had a good, fun time playing with a subscriber. And a subscriber, not only that, but he also has his own channel. So one more time, check out the Overmind. And this was really fun, guys. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.